Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
25, check 25.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 26, check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the
22, 22. You must be dreaming. Back. SOS. 36.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check it backer. Slam.
They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that.
And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards.
First down, Vikings.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
4 down, check, 4 down, 81. weapon. A weapon. Lucky.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown.
Keep getting busy. They can't stop you, son.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Bengals nothing.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll run on first down. Kane. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Flushed out right. Able to get away. Busts through the tackle. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hatchet. Watch the safety creep. Check 31. 46 to Mike. I'm coming.
He'll drop to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
You ain't got nothing. Check 9. Rotate. Spell.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Check 13. Check 13. At the 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On the set. Mike 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Kill. Out. General. West. Seam 6. Ready.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Defense, let's go.
Cook. They find some open field here. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Got it. Check Mike 54. Alpha 54. All day, baby. All day. 61. Matchbox. Right. Twist. Hut.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jakeem Grant in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
First down, Vikings.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Red, 60 Pittsburgh. Check 41. Bring it. Bang, 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 bang. Ready, go.
They run it again with Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Set, 8, lead. Chopper. Ready, ready.
And it's third down.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
Vikings, first down.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60, orange. Our time, it's our time. Kill, let's go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. Oh, look at that. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Pop. Yep. Ready.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Kane, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open man is Ross, complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
By 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise Jr. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check 49, check 49.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. Here on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Hey, it's our house. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Trouble! Watch 54. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, watch that.
Looking to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
47. Check, 47. Watch the run, watch the run.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Bengals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third and 7.
Orbit. Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go. Mike 22.
He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 63 yards.
First down, Vikings.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Now Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Second and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Mike 5-4. Watch the screen. Watch it spin. Ready, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
80 weapon. Set, go. You got Bobby. Ready. Ship. Watch the ship. Ready, go. Ship. Ready. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Set, hot. 54.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2nd and 11. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle.
Let's go. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Echo. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles. Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10. At the
that one looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Diggs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
47's the mic, boys, 47.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Back to throw here. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
No. Off. 66. Pull it. Half. Bravo. Mike 22. He's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Go. Check your hot read. Ready, go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, it's Johnson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 10-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Yep, he goes to use you. He comes to me. Let's go.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Right there, 54 Mike. Come on. You better bring it. 54 Mike. 54 Mike.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. We got 4. We got 4. Like, oh, 22's coming. Mike. All day. Let's go. 22. We own it. We own it. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Coming to you. Like, look.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown.